She's running through a crowded club, heart racing, vision blurred. Bodies press against her from all sides. The music is deafening. And somewhere in this chaos, she just made the biggest mistake of her life. 45 minutes ago, Leticia Hales was invisible. The cursed daughter no one wanted. The wolf who couldn't shift. But then he looked at her. A stranger with burning gold eyes and a presence that made the entire room feel small. And for the first time in 19 years, someone made her feel wanted. Now she's pregnant. And the stranger? He's Arnold Reid, Alpha King, billionaire, the most powerful wolf in France. And he has no idea the woman he's been searching for is her. But he's about to find out. This is the story of the girl they called cursed, the alpha who couldn't love, and the night that changed everything. Leticia Hales had learned to make herself small. In a house full of wolves, being invisible was the only way to survive. She sat on the floor of her tiny room in the servants' quarters of the Frostfall Pack estate, arms wrapped around her knees, talking to the only friend she'd ever had. "Are you there?" she whispered into the darkness. A weak, tired voice answered inside her mind. Always. Her wolf, cursed since birth, too weak to shift, too broken to fight, but still there, still trying. "They hit me again today," Leticia said quietly, touching the bruise on her cheek. "Alicia said I looked at father wrong during breakfast." Her wolf whimpered. "One day we'll be free." "How?" Leticia asked. "We can't even shift. We're nothing." Downstairs she could hear her sister Alicia laughing. Beautiful, powerful Alicia. The golden child, the true heiress. Everything Leticia could never be. Her father, Alpha Rowan Hales, had made it clear from the moment she was born, she was a mistake. Her mother, a human maid, had died giving birth to her, or so they claimed. Suicide, they said. Too ashamed to live after bearing a cursed child. Leticia had grown up believing she was the reason her mother died, that her existence was a burden, that she deserved every beating, every insult, every moment of loneliness. "You should sleep," her wolf urged gently. "Tomorrow will be hard." But Leticia couldn't sleep. Tomorrow she would turn 19, and in the Frostfall Pack, that meant something terrible. It meant her father could finally be rid of her. Luna Moren burst into the room, face twisted with disgust. "Get up! You're working at the club tonight. We need the money you're too worthless to earn any other way." Leticia scrambled to her feet. "Yes, Luna." "And don't embarrass this family," Moren snapped. "Though I suppose that's asking too much from something like you." The door slammed shut. Leticia stood alone in the darkness, tears burning behind her eyes. But she didn't cry. She'd learned long ago that tears changed nothing. "Tonight," her wolf whispered. "Tonight, something will change. I can feel it." Leticia didn't believe in change, but she got dressed anyway. The club was packed. Leticia moved through the crowd carrying drinks, keeping her head down, avoiding eye contact. She'd learned to be invisible here too. But then she felt it. A pull. Like a string wrapped around her heart, tugging her towards something. Someone. "What is that?" she asked her wolf. "I don't know," her wolf breathed, "but it's powerful." Leticia looked up and saw him. He stood near the VIP section, towering over everyone else. Broad shoulders, sharp jaw, eyes that glowed faint gold even in the dim light. He looked dangerous, untouchable, and he was staring directly at her. "Don't look at him," her wolf warned. "Men like that are trouble." But Leticia couldn't look away. For the first time in her life, someone was seeing her. Not through her, not past her, actually seeing her. He moved toward her through the crowd. Every instinct screamed at her to run, but her feet wouldn't move. "You," he said, voice rough and commanding. "What's your name?" "Leticia." His eyes blazed brighter. "Dance with me." I'm working." "I don't care." He took her hand. The moment their skin touched, electricity shot through her entire body. Her wolf gasped. "What's happening?" Leticia whispered, but her wolf had no answer. He pulled her onto the dance floor. His hands were on her waist, burning through the thin fabric of her dress. She could barely breathe, could barely think. "You're different," he murmured against her ear. "I can feel it." "I'm nobody," she said automatically. Liar. The music pounded, the lights spun, and Leticia forgot. Forgot she was cursed. Forgot she was worthless. Forgot everything except the way he looked at her, like she mattered. Hours blurred together. Drinks appeared. His hands never left her. And when he leaned in close and asked if she wanted to leave with him, every rational thought in her head screamed no. But her wolf whispered, yes. She woke up alone. Sunlight streamed through unfamiliar windows. The bed beside her was empty, but she could still feel the ghost of his hands on her skin. Panic seized her. What had she done? She didn't even know his name. She grabbed her clothes, dressed in seconds, and ran. All the way home, her wolf was silent, and Leticia knew that whatever happened last night, it was going to destroy her. She was right. If you're hooked on this story, hit that subscribe button right now, because what happens next? You won't believe it. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single second. 5 months later, Leticia stood in the bathroom of the Frostfall estate, staring at the test in her trembling hands. 2 lines. Positive. No, she whispered. No, no, no. We're pregnant, her wolf said quietly. We can't be. I don't even know his name. I don't. Her voice broke. They'll kill us. Father will kill us. But her wolf said nothing, because they both knew it was true. Leticia tried to hide it, wore loose clothes, avoided her family. But Alicia noticed everything, and Alicia was not kind. You're getting fat, Alicia sneered one morning at breakfast. Disgusting! Leave her alone, Luna Morin snapped, but not to defend Leticia. We have more important things to discuss. Arnold Reid is coming. Leticia's head snapped up. Arnold Reid, alpha of the Nightshade Pack, billionaire, one of the most powerful wolves in France. Why would he come here? He's looking for someone, Rowan said, eyes gleaming with calculation. A woman he spent a night with 5 months ago. Apparently she left before he could get her name. Leticia's blood turned to ice. Well, Alicia said, standing gracefully, that would be me. What? Leticia gasped. Alicia smiled sweetly. I was at the club that night. He must be remembering me. But you weren't... Quiet, Rowan snapped. Alicia will meet with Alpha Reid. This could be the alliance we've been waiting for. Leticia opened her mouth to protest, but Morin's glare silenced her. She sat frozen as her sister walked away, stealing the one night that had ever meant anything. Arnold Reid came to the estate a week later, tall, commanding, with those same burning gold eyes. Leticia hid in the kitchen, watching through the crack in the door as Alicia charmed him, lied to him, made him believe she was the woman he'd been searching for. And Arnold believed it, or seemed to. His face was unreadable, cold and controlled, but his eyes kept drifting around the room, searching for something. "He knows," Leticia's wolf whispered. "He knows she's lying." Then why doesn't he say anything? Because he doesn't trust anyone. Arnold left that day with a promise to return, and when he did, it was with an announcement that shattered Leticia's world. He was engaged to Alicia. Leticia lay on her bed that night, hand on her barely visible stomach, tears streaming down her face. "What do we do?" she asked her wolf. "We survive," her wolf said firmly, "like we always have." But surviving got harder when Arnold returned 2 weeks later. This time he came with questions, and somehow, through informants or instinct or fate, he discovered the truth. Arnold stormed into the servants' quarters, eyes blazing. Leticia scrambled to her feet, heart pounding. "You," he said, voice lethal. "It was you." "I don't know what." "Don't lie to me." He crossed the room in 2 strides, towering over her. "5 months ago, the club, you ran." Tears blurred her vision. "I'm sorry. I didn't know who you were. I didn't." "And now you're pregnant." It wasn't a question. Her hands instinctively covered her stomach. "Please, don't tell my father." Arnold stared at her for a long moment, jaw clenched, eyes searching her face for something. Then he turned and walked out. But the next day he returned, and this time he brought guards. "You're coming with me," he said. "What? Why?" "Because that child is mine, and I don't leave what's mine in the hands of people who beat her." Rowan tried to protest, but Arnold's power rolled through the room like thunder. No one argued with an alpha king. Leticia was taken to the Nightshade Pack estate that very night, but Arnold made one thing brutally clear. She was not coming as his mate, not as his Luna, not even as his guest. "You'll stay here," he said coldly, showing her to a small room near the servants' quarters. "You'll help care for my nephew, Ethan, and you'll stay out of my way." "But the baby is my responsibility, not my priority. Do you understand?" Leticia nodded, throat tight. She understood. She was nothing to him, just a mistake he had to manage. As the door closed, leaving her alone in yet another unfamiliar room, her wolf whispered, "We're still alive. That's something." It didn't feel like much. Weeks passed in the Nightshade estate. Leticia cared for Ethan, a mischievous 7-year-old who tested her patience daily. She ran errands, cleaned, stayed invisible. Arnold barely looked at her. When he did, his face was carved from stone. No warmth, no recognition of what they'd shared. Just cold, controlled distance. But she noticed things. The way his jaw tightened when his wolf got too close to the surface. The way his hands clenched when someone mentioned his mother. The way he disappeared for hours into his office, staring at files and maps like they held the answers to questions he couldn't speak aloud. And sometimes, late at night, she felt him watching her. Felt the pull between them like a living thing. "Why does he hate me?" she asked her wolf one night. "He doesn't hate you," her wolf said gently. "He hates that he can't control what he feels." The twins, Mira and Maura, treated her differently. Mira was sharp and distant, barely acknowledging Leticia's existence. But Mora was kind. She brought Leticia food when she forgot to eat, checked on her when the pregnancy made her sick. "You don't have to be nice to me," Leticia said one afternoon. Mora smiled sadly. "Someone should be." It was Mora who noticed when Leticia collapsed. She'd been carrying laundry up the stairs when the dizziness hit. The world tilted, her vision blurred. She woke in an unfamiliar bed, clean sheets, soft pillows. A woman sat beside her, older, with kind eyes. "Easy," the woman said. "You're safe. I'm Matta, Beta James's mother." "Where am I?" "The Beta house. You fainted. Dehydration and stress." Matta's eyes were sharp. "You've been pushing yourself too hard." "I'm fine." "You're pregnant. And exhausted. And..." Matta paused, staring at Leticia's wrist where a small birthmark was visible. Her face went pale. "Where did you get that mark?" "I've always had it. Why?" Matta stood abruptly, hands shaking. "I need to see your neck. Do you have a necklace?" "Jade." Leticia pulled out the thin jade pendant she wore hidden beneath her shirt. Her mother's, the only thing she had left. Matta gasped, tears streaming down her face. "Oh my God. You're my niece." "What?" "Your mother. She was my sister. I lost contact with her before you were born. I thought she was dead. But you..." Matta touched Leticia's face gently. "You have her eyes, her strength. You're hers." Leticia's world tilted again, but this time from shock. "My mother? Your sister?" "Yes, and I will protect you, the way I couldn't protect her." That night, Arnold came to check on her. Matta had insisted. He stood in the doorway, face unreadable, eyes burning. "You're awake?" "Yes." "Good." He turned to leave. "Wait!" The word escaped before she could stop it. Arnold paused. "Why did you bring me here? If you hate me so much, why not just leave me there?" Arnold's jaw clenched. For a moment she thought he wouldn't answer. Then quietly, "Because leaving you there would have killed you. And whatever else you are, you're carrying my child." "That's the only reason." His eyes met hers, and for just a second she saw it, the crack in his armor, the truth he wouldn't speak. Then it was gone. "Get some rest." But Leticia had seen it, and her wolf had felt it. "He's fighting it," her wolf whispered. "The bond. He feels it too." Leticia touched her stomach, where the baby grew stronger every day. Then why won't he let himself feel it? Because he's afraid. Afraid. The most powerful alpha in France. Afraid. It almost made her laugh. Almost. If you're still watching, drop a like right now, because this story is about to get wild, and you're going to want to tell everyone you were here for it. Everything changed the night Margaret arrived. Leticia was in the kitchen when she heard the commotion, voices raised, doors slamming. She peeked around the corner and saw her, tall, elegant, with sharp green eyes and an air of command that made everyone step back. "Who is that?" she asked Mora, who'd come to stand beside her. "Margaret Clinton," Mora whispered. "Arnold's ex. She was supposed to be Luna, but something happened years ago. She left." "And now she's back," Leticia breathed. Margaret swept into the main hall like she owned it. Her eyes landed on Leticia, and something cold flickered in them. "And who is this?" "No one," Arnold said flatly. "She's caring for my nephew." "How domestic." Margaret's smile was sharp. "Well, Arnold, we need to talk. About us. About the future. About where I belong." The message was clear. Margaret intended to reclaim her place. And Leticia was an obstacle. But Leticia had bigger problems, because that same night, Gamma Mark Louis cornered her in the hallway. "We need to talk," he said, voice low and dangerous. "About what?" "About your father. About the lies he's told you. About who you really are." Leticia's heart pounded. "I don't understand." Mark leaned close. "You're not cursed, Leticia. You're hidden. Your grandfather was the true alpha of Frostfall. Your mother was the heir. And your father killed them both to take the pack." "No, that's not..." "Your mother wasn't a maid. She was reduced to one, after your grandfather was murdered, after everyone loyal to her was silenced or killed. Rowan Hales stole everything. And you," he smiled cruelly, "you're the rightful heir, the one he's been trying to erase." Leticia stumbled back, mind spinning. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because knowledge is power, and you're going to need it, especially when you learn what else your father's been hiding." Mark walked away, leaving Leticia trembling. Her wolf was frantic. "Is it true? Could it be true?" "I don't know," Leticia whispered. But deep down, something inside her recognized the truth. Days later, Alicia arrived at the estate with an invitation. A dinner, hosted by Rowan. A peace offering, she claimed. Arnold was suspicious, but political pressure forced his hand. Leticia was ordered to attend as a servant. She stood in the shadows, watching as Alicia played the perfect hostess, as Margaret insinuated herself into every conversation, as Mark moved through the room with quiet menace. And then it happened. Alicia spilled wine on Leticia deliberately. "Clumsy thing, go clean yourself up." Leticia fled to the bathroom, heart racing, but Mark was waiting. "You shouldn't have come tonight," he said, blocking her path. "Let me pass." "Your father's debts are deeper than you know, and the Mooncrest pack, they want payment. You're the payment, Leticia." He lunged. Leticia screamed, and suddenly Arnold was there, crashing through the door with terrifying force. He grabbed Mark by the throat, eyes blazing gold. "Touch her again, and I'll rip you apart." Mark smiled even as Arnold crushed his windpipe. "You don't even know who I really am." "Then tell me." "I'm Arnold Reid, Damien's son, and I've been inside your pack for 3 years." The room exploded into chaos. Guards rushed in. Arnold threw Zamiel against the wall with bone-crushing force. But Zamiel laughed. "It's too late. The attack's already begun. Your pack is surrounded. And if you don't surrender..." He looked at Leticia. "She dies first." Arnold's control snapped. His wolf surged to the surface, and for a moment, Leticia thought he'd kill Zamiel right there. But then Margaret's voice rang out. "Arnold, stand down, or I'll kill her myself." Margaret stood in the doorway, holding a gun pointed directly at Leticia's stomach. "You wouldn't," Arnold growled. "Wouldn't I? You cast me aside for this nothing. So yes, I would." Time seemed to freeze. Arnold stood between them, torn between protecting his pack and protecting Leticia. And for the first time, Leticia saw fear in his eyes. "Don't," she said softly. "Don't sacrifice everything for me." "Shut up," Arnold snapped. "Arnold, please." I said shut up. But Leticia felt it then, the shift deep inside her chest. Her wolf, silent and weak for so long, suddenly roared to life. "What's happening?" she gasped. "We're waking up," her wolf snarled. "And we're done hiding." Power exploded through Leticia's body like lightning. Her bones cracked, her skin burned, and then she was shifting, faster and more violently than any wolf should. When the transformation finished, the room went silent, because standing where Leticia had been was a massive white wolf, larger than any wolf they'd ever seen, with silver eyes that glowed like moonlight. Margaret dropped the gun, face pale with terror. The white wolf. It's real. Leticia's wolf moved, fast, lethal. Margaret didn't even have time to scream before powerful jaws closed around her throat. Zamiel tried to run, but the white wolf was faster. Within seconds, both threats were eliminated, and when Leticia shifted back, naked and trembling in the center of the destroyed room, Arnold was staring at her like he'd never seen her before. "You're the white wolf," he breathed. "The legend. The one they said would save us all." Leticia could barely speak. "I didn't know. I swear I didn't." Arnold crossed the room in 2 strides and pulled her into his arms. "I don't care what you are. I only care that you're alive." And then he kissed her, deep and desperate and full of everything he'd been holding back for months. When he pulled away, his eyes were blazing. "You're mine. You've always been mine, and I'm never letting you go again. Even though I'm cursed." "You're not cursed, Leticia. You're powerful, and I've been a fool." Outside, the sounds of battle raged. Arnold's pack was fighting Damien's forces. Rowan had been exposed as a traitor. The entire region was at war. But Arnold didn't move. He stayed there, holding Leticia, marking her neck with his teeth to claim her fully as his mate. "We fight together," he said against her skin. "From now on, always together." Leticia's wolf howled in triumph, and for the first time in her life, Leticia believed she might actually survive. 6 months later, Leticia stood on the balcony of the Nightshade estate, watching the sun rise over the 3 united packs. Nightshade, Frostfall, Mooncrest. All under one rule now. Arnold's rule. And hers. Her hand rested on her swollen belly, where their daughter grew strong and fierce. Arnold came up behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist. "You should be resting," he murmured. "I'm fine." "You're always fine. It's annoying." She laughed. Actually laughed. Something she'd never thought she'd do. Damien and Rowan had been defeated. Zamiel was dead. Margaret was gone. And the truth about Leticia's heritage had spread through the packs like wildfire. She was the true heir of Frostfall, the granddaughter of the murdered Alpha, the daughter of the Luna who'd been erased. And now, she was Luna of all 3 packs. Matta had cried when Leticia took the title. "Your mother would be so proud." Mora and Mira had both bowed to her. Even Mira, who'd been cold for so long, had whispered, "I'm sorry for everything." Ethan, mischievous as ever, had declared her the coolest Luna ever, which made her laugh until she cried. And Arnold couldn't stop touching her, couldn't stop reminding her that she was his, couldn't stop thanking whatever fate had brought her into his life. "Do you ever regret it?" she asked now, leaning back against his chest. "That night at the club?" "Every day," he said seriously. Her heart clenched. Then he smiled against her hair. "I regret that I didn't get your name, that I let you run, that I wasted months being an idiot instead of claiming you immediately. You were protecting yourself. I was afraid of what you made me feel, of losing control." He turned her to face him, eyes burning with that same gold fire. "But I'm not afraid anymore, because you're the strongest person I've ever met, and I will spend the rest of my life proving that I'm worthy of you." Tears blurred her vision. "You already are." He kissed her softly, then deeper, and when he pulled away, he knelt down and spoke to her stomach. "Your mother is a legend, little one, the white wolf who saved us all. And when you're born, you'll know that you come from strength, from power, from love that refused to break." Leticia's wolf hummed with contentment. "We made it," her wolf whispered. "We survived." "We did more than survive," Leticia thought back. "We won." And as the sun rose higher, bathing the 3 packs in golden light, Leticia Hales, no, Leticia Reid, Luna of the United Packs, carrier of the White Wolf, and mate to the Alpha King, smiled. Because the girl they called Cursed had finally found her strength, and nothing would ever break her again. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop a comment telling us your favorite moment. And if you believe in second chances, in hidden strength, in love that breaks through every barrier, share this story. Because everyone deserves to know that even the weakest among us can rise to become legends. Thank you for watching. And remember, you are stronger than you know.